Mr. Liker, you're speaking about the Toyota way. Can you tell me just shortly what is in short, what is the Toyota way?
Well, in Toyota, it evolved over a century in Japan, and then as Toyota globalized, they had to define it more clearly for other countries that Toyota does business in, and they defined it as two pillars of a house. One pillar is respect for people, and the second pillar is continuous improvement. Respect for people includes contributing to society, contributing to customers the best value possible, partnering with suppliers and dealers, and taking care of the team members and who work for the company so they have a good quality of life and also they're challenged to improve. And then in return, the team members are expected to work on continuously improving to reach company goals.
Okay. You're calling Toyota the world's greatest manufacturer. Which role does Lean play in this process?
Well, the Toyota production system evolved within Toyota from about 1940 to 1960, and they started to rethink the way we manufacture at that time. At that time, the paradigm was bigger is better, and economies of scale will give you cost reduction. And what Toyota did was really look at flow across the factory and the concept of just-in-time, but flow across the factory to give the customer what they need and the amount they need when they needed it. So it was really a big paradigm shift in manufacturing, and that's what we often think of as lean. But in order to have good flow without inventory, everything has to work right. And for everything to work right, people have to be constantly adjusting and improving the system. So there's a critical role for people continuously improving. Otherwise, the system actually will break more often, and it's more fragile. So it's kind of ironic that a lean system actually takes more effort to run than a system with a lot of inventory that has a lot of waste and therefore a lot of buffers to protect against equipment downtime and difficulties changing over to different products. In a sense, it's easier to run a mass production system because of all the waste. And as you get leaner and leaner, you have to be better and better, and you have to have more committed people, and you have to actually invest more in your people.
Here in Norway, the experience is that some businesses get great success with the lean system, some businesses get average success. What is the success criteria getting lean?
You have to, first of all, distinguish short-term versus long-term. So, for example, if a company spreads lean very quickly, lean tools very quickly across the company, and they take out waste and they take out people and they take out inventory, they can get quick results, but it's usually not sustainable. The companies that I think of as successful take a long-term perspective, and they may have been working at lean now for 10 years and they're still very committed to it, and they put in the time to create the culture and develop the people, and they'll often work on small projects first so they won't get big company results. And then as they do the small projects and they're developing people and learning, then they start to spread that, and then when they do spread it, it's with the base of understanding of the people, and I think those are the companies that in the long term will be successful with lean. If you use lean as short-term efficiency cost-cutting tools, it's usually not sustainable. You'll usually destroy the culture. You'll get a lot of resistance from workers, and that's what gives lean a bad name.
But with the nature of Norway, comparing to big countries like the USA, what local differences do you think we should do here to get the lean system to work the best?
I think in general, Norway has had the positive experience, mainly because of oil, of being a relatively wealthy country, and that provides an opportunity to think long-term and actually make investments in lean while the company is doing well and not wait until you're in a crisis mode. I've heard about some companies in Norway that are using lean for crisis management, which I think is the wrong approach. So I think if you can combine lean with the values of Norway, of having a good quality of work life and taking care of your people, but at the same time having stretch goals and challenges to get people outside of their comfort zone to achieve something new and great, then you'll get the best of both worlds.
You're a professor and an expert in the Lean system. What does it give you to come here and lecture about Lean? What's your experience being here?
Oh, it's always enjoyable to talk to people who are interested in learning. 600 people came out and paid to listen to me and to learn more about Lean. So I have an audience of people who already are interested in learning, so that is ideal. If I just sit around in Michigan where I am, I'm not often surrounded by people who are anxious to learn. Or if I teach in the classroom at the university, the students are trying to get grades and they're trying to get jobs. So it's nice to come to practitioners and managers and leaders who actually really want to learn.
But the Lean system as it is now, is it the perfect system, or does it have room for doing something better?
You have to distinguish between the Lean system as specific tools and methods that happen to be used right now, and the Lean system as I said, as the principles of continuous improvement and respect for people. And I think continuous improvement and respect for people, including society, including the environment, including the community, I think that's the future of humankind. And we're never going to be able to stop improving, particularly with the changes in the world and the economy. And so I think that's the ideal. The practices we use to achieve that ideal will change.